Sorry for the technical disruptions earlier. This is Noyaa Tv Midday News, and I am Princess Video Poposima Iwebi. You are streaming live from our studios here at Monty Street, Accra, Ghana. Let's take a look at the top stories. A modified taxation scheme has been launched by the government as part of efforts to widen the tax net and promote fairness in revenue collection. Hawa Kumsin says Interior Minister's report vindicates her over Kaswa shooting incident. Sophia Akufu calls for radical overhaul of judiciary. PDS ECG dispute will recover all funds due to ECG. Energy Ministry vows. Rice glut deepens as farmers struggle to sell last year's harvest. These and many more other stories will be coming your way in the next 30 minutes. Do stay tuned. Hello there, thank you for staying tuned. The news in detail. The Chief of Staff, Mr. Julius Deborah, at the launch on Wednesday, 5th November 2025, announced that the government will begin taxing night market businesses under the new scheme. This, he said, will be done as an initiative that aligns with the government 24-hour economic agenda, with the aim to capture businesses that operate mainly at night, but often escape official monitoring. Speaking at the launch of the Sustained National Task Education Program and the Modified Taxation Scheme in Accra, Mr. Deborah said the Ghana Revenue Authority would work to bring all such enterprises into the tax system. Mr. Deborah said the new scheme was designed to broaden the tax base and ensure that all taxable income is accounted for. He added that the government wanted to build a fair and transparent system where no one bears an unfair share of the tax burden. He said equity and voluntary compliance were central to the national tax reform drive. Under the Sustained National Tax Education Program, the Chief of Staff said the GRA would intensify public education to help citizens understand their rights and obligations. He said this would help the public view tax payments not as a burden but as an investment in the national development. Mr. Deborah urged the GRA to adopt improved technology to simplify filing and payment procedures and make compliance easier for traders and small businesses, including those in the informal and night market sectors. Former Minister and MP for Ewutu Senya East, Mavis Hawa Kumsin, says she feels vindicated following the Interior Minister's revelations on the Kaswa shooting incident, which identified security lapses and disciplinary breaches as the cause of the violence, not the actions of any individual. In a statement issued on Thursday, November 6, 2025, Mrs. Kumsin said the report by the Minister for the Interior, Honorable Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak, confirms that the Kaswa incident was the result of security lapses and institutional failures, not the actions or instigations of any individual. The former minister recounted that the incident and its aftermath left deep scars, including an assault she suffered during the rerun of 19 polling stations in Ablekuma North, where she had gone to monitor proceedings. She described the experience as one of the darkest moments of her public life, adding that it was a reminder of how false narratives can destroy reputations and endanger lives. Mrs. Kumsin also expressed her sympathies to families affected by electoral violence and endorsed the Interior Minister's recommendations to prevent future incidents. She urged full implementation of reforms, including compensation for victims, enhanced police training, use of non-lethal crowd control tools, and the discontinuation of military involvement in election crowd control operations. The Kaswa shooting incident, which occurred during the 2020 election period, attracted national attention after a report of gunfire near a polling center led to widespread condemnation and calls for accountability. The Interior Minister's report is the first official document to comprehensively attribute responsibility to institutional failures rather than individual political actors. Former Chief Justice Sophia Akuffo is calling for sweeping reforms to Ghana's judicial system, from how judges are appointed to how they are disciplined. She urges that the current structure lacks transparency and fuels public mistrust. Speaking in an interview, Justice Akuffo said it was time for Ghana to reconceive the judiciary to strengthen its independence and restore public confidence. She criticized the existing appointment process as opaque, saying it allows speculation about political interference and favoritism. Justice Akuffo proposed that Ghana consider models where independent bodies, rather than political actors, oversee judicial appointments. These bodies, she suggested, should include respected representatives from professional and social institutions selected purely on merit and credibility. She also questioned the calls to cap the number of Supreme Court justices, stressing that Ghana's apex court is overburdened because it handles an unusually broad range of cases. Justice Akuffo contrasted Ghana's system with court selectively chooses cases. Justice Akuffo contrasted Ghana's system with that of the United States, where the Supreme Court selectively chooses cases, while Ghana's come one, come all structure has created inefficiency and strain. She concluded that the path to restoring trust in the judiciary lies in transparency, institutional reform, and a renewed commitment to independence. Strengthening judicial independence through transparent appointment and practical reforms is essential to maintaining public trust and the integrity of Ghana's justice system. In our next story, the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition has reaffirmed the government's commitment to recovering all monies and assets due to the Electricity Company of Ghana following the dismissal of claims filed by Power Distribution Services at the London Court of International Arbitration. In a statement issued on Thursday, November 6, the ministry welcomed by the decision by the London-seated tribunal, which dismissed all claims brought by PDS against ECG regarding the controversial termination of the 2019 concession agreement. The ministry emphasized that with the successful defense of the termination now fully affirmed by the International Arbitral Tribunal, its focus is now shifting to full accountability and the protection of public assets. The ruling validates the government of Ghana's initial decision to terminate the 20-year concession agreement after it was discovered by the payment guarantees presented by PDS, a crucial precondition of the deal, were fraudulent. The tribunal upheld ECG's argument that its fundamental breach justified the termination. The ministry noted that the decisive victory not only secures ECG's assets but also demonstrates the government's steadfast commitment to integrity and the protection of national interests in all major contracts. Rice glut deepens as farmers struggle to sell last year's harvest. But before that, let's take a quick breather and when we are back, we'll delve deeply into the stories.
Have you ever looked at the incredible energy of our youth in Accra and wondered, what if we channeled all that power into something truly amazing? I am the founder of Cleopatra Community Health and Development. I created the SAFE program, a substance abuse-free environment, not just as a warning, but as an invitation to a better life. And that's why we're bringing it to your screen. This new TV show is for you. It's about your dreams, your hustle, your sound, your culture, and your art. It's about showcasing the positive paths and proving that success doesn't need a substance to thrive. We're talking real stories, real opportunities, and real fun, all while building a community that's healthy, focused, and powerful. Get ready to unlock your potential. The movement starts now.
Hello, everybody. Tenyote, Achomi Jagbecho Anyenogun Abe, also known as Dr. Ophelia Alice Abe. And I'm so excited to start a new show which will air on Saturdays. mainly in the evenings. Sometimes it may be during the day, but mostly it's going to be in the evenings. And also, Gandangwe Alliance for Change, what Monday reading said will also be featured on here. Well, show it will focus on so many different topics, interviews, showcasing ways to enhance wealth. Also, we'll focus on, what's going on around the world and what the youth and also the public at large needs to be aware of. Things like cryptocurrency, might share some things on how to invest, even at any age. Then also I will be showing things regarding your health. Stay away from diseases and illnesses. So SAFE program, which stands for Substance Abuse Free Environment. With this drug-free environment, it will bring all over Accra. Every Gandangme land will jump on board to our SAFE initiative, which is drug-free environment. So thank you for listening and stay tuned for Saturdays because we're right here. Before you know it, we'll be right there in front of your screen. Thank you again and have a blessed day.
Hello there. Thank you for staying tuned. Let's continue the stories. Vice Chair of the Competitive Africa Rice Platform, Dr. Ama Enim Okondia, says Ghana's rice farmers are still battling with unsold stock from last year, while another harvest season has already begun. According to Dr. Ofondia, the problem began about a year ago when farmers produced at a time when the dollar was high. They purchased fertilizer, seed, and other inputs at a certain rate, but after harvesting, the cedi started appreciating, which made imported rice cheaper. So when that happened, then it became cheaper for people to bring in rice, foreign rice. And so people brought in cheap foreign rice. Farmers had produced at a certain cost, and the foreign rice became cheap. She added that the situation worsened because the National Buffer Stock Company was in transition due to a change in government. They weren't buying as they were supposed to, so there was quite a little bit of a murky situation at the time. As a result, many farmers were left with rice that no one was buying. The people, of course, were buying the cheaper imports that had come into town. Dr. Opondia said, despite that setback, farmers planted again this year following a new government directive and access to seeds and fertilizer. But now, with a new harvest coming in, the old stock remains. We are now in the harvesting season, and now there's the rice sitting. We are now in the harvesting season, and now there's the rice sitting from last year because we haven't been able to sell, and there's more rice coming in. Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid, the immediate past chief executive officer of the National Petroleum Authority, has denied that the Office of the Special Prosecutor has seized any property from him in connection with ongoing investigations during his tenure. In a statement issued by Hay and Partners at Law and signed by Hanifa Yahaya Esquire, the legal team described the OSP's claims as false, misleading, and injurious. They stressed that no assets or businesses belonging to or associated with Dr. Abdul Hamid have been identified, traced, or confiscated by the OSP. The lawyers further noted that even the OSP's own amended charge sheet filed on October 17, 2025, which lists 5 counts of alleged offenses, makes no reference to any seized property or businesses linked to Dr. Abdul Hamid. The legal team stated that Dr. Abdul Hamid has cooperated fully with the OSP since the start of the investigation, attending every court sitting and honoring all invitations. They described his conduct as one of respect for the judicial process, insisting that the former NPA boss remains innocent until proven guilty under the Ghana's 1992 constitution. The lawyers cautioned that any attempt to misinform the public or prejudice opinion against their clients undermines the rule of law and the integrity of Ghana's justice system. The National Health Insurance Scheme has surpassed 18.4 million active members, marking a major milestone in Ghana's quest to achieve universal health coverage. The achievement was revealed during a courtesy visit by a delegation from the Ministry of Health and the State of North Rhine-Westphalia, Germany, to the National Health Insurance Authority head office in Accra. According to him, 99.9% of claim submission and vetting have now been digitized, a development that has improved efficiency, transparency, and accountability within the system. Speaking on the NHIS core mandate, Dixon Nukudansu, Deputy Director for Training and Development under the Human Resource Directorate, reaffirmed that the scheme exists to guarantee equitable access to quality healthcare for all residents in Ghana, regardless of their economic status. The visiting German delegation praised Ghana's innovative approach to healthcare delivery. Casilia Rentangent, exchange partner for the health sector under the Ghana North Rhine-Westphalia Partnership, described Ghana's telehealth innovation as a clear demonstration of the country's commitment to healthcare modernization. Also present, Rahilu Haruna, head of external resource mobilization, multilateral at the Ministry of Health, commended the NHIA for its hospitality and constructive engagement with the visiting partners. In his closing remarks, Raymond Avinu, Director of Administration, speaking on behalf of the Deputy Chief Executive for Administration and Human Resources, Raphael Sekwe, underscored the importance of Ghana's collaboration with the German state. The relationship between us is just beginning. We are embarking on a journey of learning from each other. Let's take a short commercial, and when we are back, we dive into the world of sport and entertainment.
Welcome to the Safe Hour. Today, let's talk about something vital for our beloved Accra and Ghana, the incredible benefits of a drug-free life. Choosing a drug-free path empowers us to live fully, embracing good health and boundless energy every single day. It strengthens the bonds within our families, creating homes filled with laughter, trust, and unwavering support. When individuals thrive, our communities flourish, building a foundation of peace and shared prosperity for everyone. Imagine our youth free from addiction's grip, pursuing their education and dreams with clear minds and bright futures. This commitment allows our local businesses to grow, creating opportunities and stability for countless families across Ghana. A drug-free life means more vibrant community gatherings, where everyone feels safe, respected, and truly belongs. Let us choose health, happiness, and a future where every Ghanaian can reach their full potential. Together, we can build a stronger, healthier, and more prosperous Ghana for generations to come.
Accra Youth, build a brighter future, free from substance abuse. Introducing SAFE, Substance Abuse-Free Environment, in Law, Accra. Empowering positive choices for a healthier Ghana, starting here. Our journey, together, we create a substance abuse-free environment.
And in the world of sports, the Ghana Football Association is set to organize the testimonial match in honor of the nation's all-time top scorer, Asamoah Gyan, to celebrate his illustrious career and immense contributions to Ghanaian football. Details of the testimonial are yet to be announced by the FA, but the event is expected to serve as a fitting tribute to the player whose name has become synonymous with the country's football history. Asamoah Gyan, affectionately called Baby Jet, holds the enviable record as Ghana's all-time top scorer with 51 goals in 109 appearances for the Black Stars. He is also Africa's highest goal scorer in FIFA World Cup history, having scored 6 goals across 3 tournaments: Germany 2006, South Africa 2010, and Brazil 2014. Beyond his exploits on the international stage, Gyan enjoyed a remarkable club career that spanned several continents. He began his professional journey with Liberty Professionals in Ghana before moving abroad to join Udinese in Italy. He later had loan stints at Modena before featuring Foreigners in France and Sunderland in the English Premier League. Gyan's career also saw him become a household name in Asia and the Middle East, where he starred in the United Arab Emirates, later turning out for Shanghai in China and in Turkey. He ended his professional club career with Legon Cities FC in Ghana. Through his dazzling performances, leadership, and charisma, Asamoah Gyan has left an indelible mark on Ghanaian and African football. The upcoming testimonial promises to be a memorable occasion to honor his legendary achievements and celebrate a career that inspired millions across the internet. In the world of entertainment, veteran gospel musician Ami Newman has urged churches in Ghana to stop the growing practice of hiring popular gospel artists from outside to perform during church programs, stressing that it denies gifted singers within the church the opportunity to grow and minister. According to her, many churches overlook talented members who could deliver equally powerful performances, opting instead to pay huge sums to outsiders because of their fame. It's not a good thing to bring outsiders to perform in the church during events while there are many talented ones there. The Bible says, a prophet is not accepted in his own country, which means people are often not valued in their own home, even though outsiders may appreciate them. Ami, known for her timeless hit Okama for Jesus, explained that this trend discourages young musicians in the church who are eager to serve. The young ones now understand music better, so calling outsiders because they are popular and paying them isn't always necessary. Churches can use their own people to bless others. The seasoned singer, who has ministered for decades, also touched on the increasing similarity between gospel and secular music, describing it as worrying. She believes gospel musicians should stay true to their divine calling rather than imitate popular trends. We are all different in our callings. The Bible says, He gave to one 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1. If we understand that what we have belongs to God and that we work for Him, we would always seek His counsel first and not rush to copy others. This is what time will allow us for. But before we go, let's take a relook or let's look at the headlines. A modified taxation scheme has been launched by the government as part of efforts to widen the tax net and promote fairness in revenue collection. Howard Kumsin says Interior Minister's report vindicates her over Kaswa shooting incident. So far, Akufu calls for radical overhaul of judiciary, CDS ECG dispute, will recover all funds due ECG, Energy Ministry vows. Rice blood deepens as farmers struggle to sell last year's harvest. Mustafa Abdul Hamid, it is false, OSP has not seized any of my assets. Over 18.4 million Ghanaians enrolled under NHIS, 20 million targeted by end of 2025. GFA to honor Ghana's all-time top scorer, Asamoah Gyan, with testimonial match. And Ami Newman to churches, raise your own stars. I am Princess Vivian Okosima Ayebi. The next time we meet, which is tomorrow, we'll still bring you interesting stories. Thank you.
Noyaa TV, oh say
You find natural me a tray Sarah. Ingbe friend this Sarah Sechi. La a papa okwastala. In shop work bedi mega grace. Beke benefe la Noyaa TV. Inko. Kenya na ntashe di ne hien phone minkwe la Noyaa TV ajaka meji oni bi papai ye no amechon wo ne ame wo nga ye ni bi srote na meji amechon wo mi mo fe mo na nga wo kejo mi ne mi na ke ameba ke ha gadan mi efe ni no fe no ni ameji o wo ke kase oni wo mi kase ni bi pi.
La Noyaa TV, #1 station in Labadi. Come on, station ko be. Je ni mi fi mention La Noyaa TV #1. Yo, mo fiamo support la Noyaa benye lake Labadi ewo noni Labadi is the money land large gateway to Africa ni la Noyaa TV ebi ene wona me I'm Baba Rolex from Labadi la man fem for me Germany in jail. Keep watching la Noyaa TV number 1. Mwah.
Acho me Agnes Mason. Each one your professional city managers. Min count la Noyaa TV ke ha nye fe ke ha ni bi pakpa na amegio educative and entertainment programs na me feel da keda ameba ake shamba wala man fe ke gan dan gbe fe e wo min count for ame ke ha nye ake mo fiamo akwe ame la Noyaa TV the best. E ba ke ha ga dan gbe fe onye fe nya wo mami ye chi ko memi. Bye bye.
If I show me Millicent now quality quality in shop egg beji me kwati ni says clothing where la oko asra if I ni what feel ni bi babao to work wedding gown work suits women's suits men's wear but what feel neke palazzo ne bane work ni bi babao or me recommend la Noyaa TV ke hanye ake mo fe mo akwe ke ha entertainment ni amefio ni kase mo ni yo jeme kono wanya wakase ni bi pakpa ke jeme eja ke ame ba ke ha